A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my dear viewers outside there. I've come back again. Today, I've come to answer a question that someone asked me. Someone asked me a question concerning the tools used in budgeting. So this evening, I'm just here specifically to answer that question. What I can say is that budgeting tools, they largely depend on individual or organization needs and preferences. One will choose the tool they're going to use in budgeting depending on their needs, depending on their preferences, depending on how sophisticated their budgets are. But nevertheless, I want to walk you through the different tools we can apply. And today, I just want to begin from the lowest level up to somewhere. Not every person can afford a sophisticated kind of budgeting tool. I give you an example. Someone drawing a budget for their family, daily budgets. You don't need to use a sophisticated system or a sophisticated software, but rather you need something very basic. So what are those tools anyway? The first tool, you can talk of a paper and a pen. Is why you just need paper and a pen, where you can write your expenses, you project, and then your incomes. And then from there, you can determine whether your expenses and your incomes can be correlated just using a pen and a paper. And this is what we normally use in our homes. This is what we normally use at individual level. You have your book, your paper, and you have your expenses and incomes documented in there, and that is it. 2, we can use spreadsheets. If you have your computer, nowadays even phones can be used when you are using spreadsheets. Some phones, you can use spreadsheets, you can use Excel, and you come up with your budget. You can build your budget template in Excel. Those are spreadsheets. And ideally, most organizations use spreadsheets. And you realize that all other softwares, they have their genesis from spreadsheets or from Excel. So to me, I would say, someone who can use Excel in an advanced format or in an advanced way, it can be used to make budgets. And by that, at Focus Finances, we can help you to design an Excel tool for budgeting. We can help you to design an Excel tool that you use it for budgeting, you use it for tracking, and you use it for developing reports. As simple as that. So far I've talked about 2. I've talked about using your paper and a pen. 2, using spreadsheets or using Excel. And 3, we can use budgeting apps. They are apps that have been developed mainly for budgeting. These apps, they have features for tracking expenses. They have features for setting goals, and they can be integrated with other systems. Take, for instance, they can be integrated with bank accounts. Such apps, you can talk of, you need a budget, or you can say YNAB, you need a budget. It is an app that is used in budgeting. There is another app called Good Budget. and there is another app called Mint. So those are what? They are tools, but in form of apps that you can use in budgeting. The other thing you can talk of, they are called budgeting softwares. Okay, is what we call budgeting softwares. The same, these ones can be integrated with other accounts. They have expense modules. You can set goals within those same softwares. They're of good help. Okay, there's what we call Fresh Books. It is a budgeting software you can use. There's one they call Budgeto. It is also a budgeting tool. But also accounting softwares like QuickBooks Online, you can use it for budgeting. It has a module for budgeting alongside accounting modules. So basically, those are the accounting modules, or those are the budgeting modules, or the budgeting apps that you can think of. So what you need will depend on what you want. If you are an organization at a given level, if you are an individual, if you are an SME, you can only cut your coat according to your size. You can determine what will be good for you, then you go with that. However, at Focused Finances, we are professional accountants. We can help you on getting for you the best for your organization and for your small business. And all things will move on well. I can just tell you, just subscribe, continue commenting, continue sharing, and all will be well. More knowledge to come. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.